right. So the teams have selected. And they're going to run it back the same way. I'm kind of surprised. I really thought we'd see this Freya come out again. I think maybe I'm just hoping that the Freya came out because it was so fun to watch. I don't even know if the Freya would actually be good or not. But, man, I just like watching that Freya play. A Peak says, close game getting me hyped. I'm right there with you, man. They're doing really well. So we see actually the same Battlerites coming out as last game. Team CC down 1-0. Bako going to try to reposition way in the back as Sirius trying to come around, taking quite a bit of pressure. Going to actually leap onto the Ashka. Ashka going to be in a little bit better position, so both players going to be able to go onto the Baka. Hits the counter, comes into the middle, gets the weekend onto Lucy. Lucy taking a lot of pressure, going to avoid that leap, so good job. But the Bulwark getting the fear right onto her. She doesn't have the fear. Going to use her roll. The in-cap coming out. Pretty good damage coming out, though. The barrier is there protecting her, so not able to really do much because of that barrier. There's the in-cap, leaping onto Ashka. Ashka going to get weakened. The in-cap, there's the ultimate, only going to hit one, and Sirius is still mostly full health. A couple heals coming out, keeping the Bako fresh. Will they be able to get the kill is the question. Nobody seriously threatened yet. They weren't able to get it. There's the stun, going to steal it for the blue team, so first orb goes for the blue team. There's the in-cap onto him. Stun coming out, hits the Petrify, and she cleanses herself. So here's the opportunity. Now she doesn't have her cleanse. Will they be able to get a good ult there? Wow, so much damage, but a double ult coming out from Ashka. Ashka, though, taking a bit of damage. Is going to get the pressure from the, or I'm sorry, relief from the barrier as the Petrify coming out, not going to hit. And he is super, super low in a little bit of opposition. Avoids, wow, avoids the Petrify and ends up stealing the middle. Good job there by Sirius, but Ashka coming now into the middle. Bulwark going to be used. The EX Petrify hits both players. The M2 is doing a lot of damage. The Petrify right again onto Sirius. The deadly injection. Will Sirius be able to avoid it? Taking down super low. Going to use his space to heal. Using the M2s now to heal. The stun coming out is going to hit. Around the corner. Not able to get his. Bako jumps in. The barrier is going to keep him safe. Leaps into himself. Steals it. What a wonderful steal there on the mid. The counter not going to be able to trigger. But they were able to get that orb. Bringing themselves a little bit back into this. But, man, this Lucy is so high. Using his ultimate to heal up his Bako, which is really unfortunate for him. There's the ultimate coming out and the kill onto Bako. Not able to space onto him in time to get the kill. The counter not going to be triggered. And another round here in favor of Team Skywing. And that was really close. They weren't able to finish off that Ashka. Ashka ended up coming way back. He was so low. I wish we could see the percents on their health bar. That would be really interesting. But was so low. But ends up coming back and getting a kill on the Bako. So 4 Battlerites, we see Dawn again, and we see Battlelust, and Fire Ward, which are all what we usually see. And then ends up getting the barrier for the movement speed. So the exact same Battlerites from before. I think Sirius and Bako are going to have to do what they did before, where they switch targets off of that, the person who got barriered. So there's a shield, but that's from his space. No barrier used quite yet. And you see them trying to chase down onto this Lucy. Going to use the counter, gets the weaken. I have the hiccups right now, which is the worst. A bit of pressure now onto this Lucy. The fear going to push him back. Sirius way up top and Bako way the bottom. We were talking about that a little bit before. Going to leap in. They both do to get the orb. So good job. And they both grab the health orb. So they grab the health. Blue team gets the energy. So Skywin, though, the double petrify, double ult, and actually doing almost no damage because they were still petrified. The stun going to stop his ultimate almost immediately. There's the in-cap. Bulwark trying to follow up. There's the petrify from Sirius. Now onto Lucy. He's going to jump in. Gets the weekend. There's the blood axes onto him. And the ult going to steal the middle orb. So ends up stealing that, which is good. Gets the in-cap ult from Bako onto Lucy. Going to get stunned. Leaps back in onto Lucy. Lucy taking pressure from the weekend. Gets the deadly inject. As Sirius taken down quite a bit. So Bako now taking down really a lot from the Ashka's. Going to hit a couple M2s. Ashka's leaping in and is really setting this up. Good use of the bulwark though to avoid a little bit of the damage. Hits the blood axe. There's the ult though, taking so much damage. The ultimate now from Lucy going to get the kill. He's able to get the orb in the middle. No counter going to be triggered. And 2 rounds straight away for Team Skywing, who are up 1-0. So DZN and Skywind very close to getting their first ESL Cup victory. And actually, I think they have the mounts already, don't they? It looks like they have the mounts already. Let's see if they have the mounts. I can't remember. I think they do, though. So they don't need the mounts. I don't know if CC has the mounts or not. Waiting on this Battlerite being picked. He ends up getting Swift Roll again, so wants to continue to be able to kite as much as possible, as there has been a lot of pressure. They do. They both got the Warhound. Petrify just going to miss. Leaping right into onto Lucy. Lucy getting weakened. The incap is going to come out. Heals being dropped. The counter not going to be triggered. Lucy taken down to about half health already. The weakened is on her. Oh my goodness, she's getting taken down solo. Good EXQ though. Gonna avoid some of the damage. The panic coming out. The Petrify not going to hit. Who's going to get this middle orb? This could be absolutely huge. And the red team gets it. So good job there by the Bako to secure that. So hits a good, three. Man, I fumbled on my words, but as I fumbled, they did not. He cancels his ult and avoids the space to avoid taking the damage. And this was a very, very commanding round here for Team CC. Wow, and that is what I was saying before. They need to get that barrier down, and they need to switch hard onto that Lucy. And when they do that, Lucy isn't able to, especially if they can do it early in the match when she doesn't have energy to be able to roll. So that was just huge. I really love the pressure they're able to put on that Lucy, especially when they get a couple of those weakens to hit on her. It does like 24 damage, and she now heals half and does half damage. That's what they need to keep doing. So Aegis coming out, we see the Vampiric Toxic, Magma, Ignite reducing movement speed. Interesting. So he wants to peel a little bit more here for his Lucy. As the Petrify going out, Lucy's going to be super pressured. The incap coming out now. The barrier is there. It is out now. The space, look at that. So much damage onto her, and they re-triggered it. But they get the EXQ. She's taken down to already a quarter. The good Blood Axe going to have to roll. So her roll's down now, so she's able to move fast. But now if they get on her, they can stick on her. The roll, I think, has almost like a 16-second cooldown. There's the EXQ petrifying. It does hit the counter and misses his M1 just barely. Put him on a weird side of her, unfortunately. I hate when that happens. Gets the incap into the Blood Axe, comes in. The barrier going to be used. Here's going to be the opportunity very soon. Uses the EXQ to get the Petrify. Leaping back, leaping in now, does hit, oh no, only hits the one. I thought it hit both. There's the ultimate. I think the blue team actually still got that. So good job by the blue team to guarantee that through the ult from Sirius. Here's the ult now from Ashka, hitting both players. Gets the incap into the ult. Ashka taken out. In leaping right onto the Lucy, and they might tie it up here 2-2. Gets the weaken onto Lucy as the barrier coming out. I think unfortunately this is not going to be possible. There's so much that she's got to do, and is going to tie it up 2-2. So great adjustment coming out here from Team CC, and these are relatively new players. I haven't seen them at all in the last couple tournaments. If you guys know anything about these guys, about Outcast and Sketch, let me know. I don't know much about them. I'm going to take a quick drink here. Sorry. I'm almost out of water. And by almost, I mean basically out of water. Not good. So ties it up 2-2 in map 2. Will they be able to take the lead for the first time in the series? Daniel says everyone knows who they are in the grade 14 bracket. Oh, okay, so they're high up and people know them there. Okay, so that would be why I never see them. I'm definitely not that high. But back to the action here. Sorry, guys, as I was reading the chat. Lucy taking a bit of pressure, nothing too crazy. The incap just going to miss it. Looks like the red team was able to get the barrier. The stun coming out. He's not going to be able to get out of there from that. So will he leap over to his team? No, he's just going to put a ton of pressure onto this Ashka. Ashka getting taken down dangerously low. Gets the incap ultimate combo, leaps in, not able to hit the M1 though to do the big damage. Ashka gonna have to try to get away, and now DZN a little bit out of position. Well, how is he gonna respond? Because I think his fear is down here. The incap though again here from Bako, they're just winning their duels now. It's not even like the team burst or anything. They're just winning the duels. But now the blue team's starting to mount a comeback. The incap coming out though. The ultimate should be coming from Ashka any moment. He's gonna leap in, actually uses pure fire, gonna try to heal up. There's the ultimate now, but immediately gets petrified. And the ultimate missing here from Bako. Oh no! That is disastrous here for Team CC. Are they going to be able to respond? It looks like they were able to get the middle orb. He leaps in, not able to get the damage. The Blood Axe going to do a little bit. Ashka getting taken down very low. The ultimate now coming out. He's going to leap away and not able to do too much damage as they both get out of that ultimate. So there's the Petrify, gonna hit. Where's the follow-up there? Gets the weaken on him. Counter not gonna be triggered. The Incapacitate now onto Lucy. Lucy taking quite a bit of damage. The barrier coming out. The Pure Fire gonna be out now as he heals up the ultimate, and he avoided that. How did he avoid that? I didn't even see what happened. I think he might have used his E or something there. The Petrify keeping him barely alive. He just misses his R onto the Ashka. Ashka doing everything he can to stay alive. And there's the in cap onto him. Bako's still at pretty high health. Gonna leap in. Gets the damage onto him. Gets pushed back though. The barrier coming out. And the double Petrify. This could be it. There's the ultimate. The EXM one just to make sure. And this is gonna be 3 rounds in a row likely here. But he's gonna actually get... Okay, he gets incapacitated. I said Outcast has to fall back there on the Sirius because of the pressure of the deadly inject. The weaken is out. There's the R to reset his heals. And there is the E to get the kill onto Lucy. So 3 straight rounds here coming out for Team CC. So Full Daniel says that people know them in the grade 14 bracket. So my guess is, and I'm asking you here, Full Daniel, that they're probably known and respected then in the Battlerite community here in North America. Let me know what you think. As they collide again, immediately onto that Lucy, getting the in cap. The Petrify not going to hit, but making him use his escape. Now the leap onto Lucy. The pressure not going to be able to hit. The stun, though, is going to be on to the Bako. Bako recovers, though, quickly coming in. The counter is going to hit the weaken onto Lucy. Lucy taking a bit of pressure. The barrier is going to be down. The double Petrify, though, 1 for each team. Who's going to get this middle is the question. Good steal there with the Blood Axe. There's the Incapacity into the weaken. She's already down to half health. Going to use the barrier. Now's going to be their opportunity to leap on her. I think they have both of their movement skills. As she is dangerously low, trying to force out the roll would be my guess, as she's taken down so low. Uses the Q though, not to get incapacitated. She's down to about a quarter health as Bako jumping back in. The Petrify coming out, not going to hit, just barely misses. Bako actually getting taken down very low. There's the ultimate, there's the roll. The ultimate does get the kill on Lucy, but Bako almost going to get killed. He gets lipped out, and the kill by the ultimate of Ashka. So now it's going to be a 1v1. Both players are pretty full health. So 53 to 37%, which I'm not really sure why, because they both look very close. I guess Sirius is a little bit lower. Ashka forced to use his leap. Sirius tries to counter leap. Who's going to get this in the middle? It looks like Ashka gets it. So good job with the placement of his Q, not allowing Sirius to get in there. He's going to leap in. Ashka leaps out. This is going to be very difficult for him to close in. He's going to have to hit a counter. Actually uses counter and just walks in. So good job. Going to have to fall back now. Going to have to forfeit those health orbs as Ashka up to 53%. Leaping in. Here's the ultimate, and he is able to take the middle orb, so that is big for him. The counter not going to be triggered. A couple M1s being traded in, and I think this is really unfortunate here, but Ashka just slowly outpacing the Sirius. This is not a good matchup here for Sirius, as he's going to start M1 trading, but not able to get in. He's going to stand in the muck. Oh, and uses it so he can get his space to hit. There's the M2s pushing him in. The counter not going to trigger, and that is going to be a round in favor of Team Skywing. So Daniel says, yes, they are respected. We should be impressed at the fact that Sirius is competing. I just love watching him here. I didn't realize that Sirius is considered that weak. I just thought that Lucy is like much more well-rounded. And that's why we see so many Lucys. But apparently it sounds like Lucy really just has a big advantage over Sirius from what you're saying there, Daniel. But the stun coming out, going to be avoided there from Bako. Lucy took a little bit of pressure, going to get leapt on by the Bako. The Bulwark not going to really do too much, but they get the in-cap and the weaken. She rolls away, so when they get their spaces up, they're going to be able to do some big damage onto Lucy. The Blood Axe is just barely missing. The Petrify coming out. The red team is going to get the middle orb as they start grabbing the health orbs. Leaping in onto Lucy. Lucy likely does not have her roll quite yet. The in-cap just going to miss as the barrier is finally out. Pressure now coming back onto Ashka. Ashka now is going to get the weaken. Going to get pushed away. Able to heal up his Bako, but not really able to do much damage with his ultimate. So good push away there from Ashka. Ashka does have his ultimate, so we should see an ult. In the weaken, though, going to make it do half damage. So good job there by the Sirius to get the weaken out. But now the red team is in dire straits as the blue team has an 80 to 40% health advantage. They have exactly half of the health, they being the red team. There's the Petrify, but the Incapacitate. Here's the ultimate now onto Lucy. Lucy getting taken down a little bit, but the Petrify coming out, trying to space in, get the heals up a little bit, leaps back in onto Lucy. Lucy able to roll away and going very fast out of there and gonna hit a Blood Axe. The Bulwark trying to protect him a little bit, using the shield from his R, but M2 is doing a lot of damage, trying again to get onto the Lucy. Spaces to take a little, or I'm sorry, to get the heal from Sirius, and the stun coming out is going to hit almost immediately as Bako has like 1 health. He literally has 1 health. Gets the heal though from the middle, and not going to be able to bulwark the ultimate there from Ashka, and going to be, I think, around again here for Skywing G, or Skywing, or is it Skywin GG, or is it Skywing? Huh, I wonder, I just noticed that. Anyways, DZN and Skywind's going to take another round, getting them 1 round from victory of taking the ESL Cup number 3, as we have again the Everlasting Fire, which was no surprise. The tournament life here of Team CC, I got to say, they've done really well. Going to use the counter, not going to be able to get it. Going to come right in now, gets the weaken. Ashka going to push the Bako back just a little bit. There's the in-cap onto Lucy. Couple heals coming out, nothing too spectacular quite yet. Going in, gets the weaken, and now it looks like it's going to be a duel between the Bako and the Ashka, and Ashka's going to have a huge advantage here for that. Going to try to come in. The stun, or the Petrify coming out, not going to hit. There's the Incapacitate with the Blood Axe doing a bit of damage. The Petrify now onto Sirius. Bako already taken down dangerously low as the Deadly Inject explodes, taking him very low, 40% to 96%. This is really unfortunate as the red team has a huge disadvantage right now. Gets the counter, trying to come back in. There's the ult from Sirius. Able to walk into it to get healed up a little bit. The double ult actually doesn't hit. I think he missed both players. The Petrify just going to miss. Stun coming out. Bako getting down very low. Good steal with his dash there. The R coming out onto Bako. Bako getting taken down very low. Gonna push him back. Sirius now gets feared. The Petrify. Here come the M2s onto the Bulwark, but the hit in the back is gonna get the kill. And it is going to be Skywin GG, or Skywing. Gonna take the second map. And